matchup with the Las Vegas Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Looking to throw on second down. Jeffries. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Most like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jeffries rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Back to throw. Jeffries. And it's caught. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Point after, right down the middle. That will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jeffries. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
These two teams all tied after one. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a give to Etienne. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They'll try and run the option. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. Cottrell. And some room to roam now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jeffries. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw on 2nd down, Jeffries. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jeffries. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's a... in the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Etienne. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A give running right, Etienne. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
26, Mike. Let's go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lawrence. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll go with a keeper. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd down now, Cottrell. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that's complete Etienne out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Etienne with it. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Hill. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
70, Indy.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Off play action. Jeffries steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there for the Raiders. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jeffries. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jeffries. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Looking to throw. Jeffries dancing to his left.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll look to throw again. Finding Williams once more, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Escaping the pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. 3 yards remain for second down. Another tote for Etienne.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merrick.
Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw. Jeffries. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal now as they look. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
The sneak successful from a yard out.
And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On play action, Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half. Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll go down at the 28. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Lawrence on third down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A final shot now for Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.